Okay, so here we are. So we're back near more towards the lab now. So if you see this here, the mad scientist, yeah, he's back. Now you see these? They're the elements. Look, they're the elements. See there's elements there. That's them there. Yeah, that is the interaction between this aged plasma, which is rolling at, which is has a ridiculous negative electric charge, and everything else inside it that I speak about all the time. Yeah, I could sit here banging on about taurine and phosphorus and blow. It's just mind blowing. Yeah, your cardiac arrest, etc., is because you don't have enough taurine. Or most of the issues in your body that come about is when the taurine goes. And guess what? The taurine decreases as the people get older. They've not been told this because they don't want you to drink your urine. They don't want you to mess about and do what I'm doing here, because otherwise you may end up living for 300 or 400 years. So this here, yeah, is the hydro fix. There it is. Yeah, that hydro fix is phenomenal. It's good, very very good. Right now, this here is a bag. I did that video the other day, last week, and I was saying the hydrogen is the smallest molecule, which is why it's one. It can get through anything. So they have to create these bags. I used this at martial arts earlier. It was phenomenal, phenomenal. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking plasma. I'm drinking hydrogen, right, when I've already been charging drastically with hydrogen, with plasma. The colour of that there is a different colour actually. It's like darker than it in actual fact. It looks darker there, this does, right, compared to what it actually really is. The light is making it appear to look darker. There, you can see the elements, see the gases in it. There's the elements in it, see? There's the elements in it. You drink that, it's just phenomenal. I'm going to drink it to finish off. I will end up drinking that, some of that to finish off what we're doing here. Yeah. So, this bag, as I was saying, is specifically created because hydrogen will escape from anything. So hydrogen will go into your brain, yeah, through the blood-brain barrier, and it will get into every single space that there is. Hydrogen will mimic ghrelin, the I think it's FG21, so, yeah, and that there will mimic your fasting. See, I told you it will do whatever you want it to do. So it will take away your need to eat, which is fantastic. Taking away your want to eat. But the plasma already does that. So imagine if the plasma already does that, and then you put this on top of it, and then you're charging it to the brain with this. Imagine what is happening. What is happening in your heart, even just then when I speak. It's like being, I'm going to write a post I've been meaning to write for months. It is like being at the front of a speedboat, and the boat, you're at the front of the boat, you top off, the sun is shining, the boat is flying through the water, and you can feel this rush of energy through your heart, and you can do nothing but laugh and smile. And that is the longitudinal wave effect. And then if you stop and you access the breathing and you access stillness, then you can leave this realm. You can exit then you can access the black sun, you see, the subconscious, the black light, the stillness, the still waters. Yeah, when you access those, now you can start to find out the secrets through the darkness. You see, Saturn contains secrets within it as the outer ring closest one to the heavens. Yeah. So then, yeah, with the charge implosion now, because you've created this plasmatic state, clear state within you, this highly communicative state, you can now access higher planes of being, higher planes that are available to you, and then you can then start to pull in things from the cosmos. You can then start to pull knowledge and information forward and through, and you can experience other things and go to higher planes. So the other day, our mother, she started telling me about babushka, and she told me about babushka. Yeah, she told me about babushka on the astral. My partner, sometimes she wants to try and ask me things, to find out things. I was able to channel through my partner's father, and he entered my body, and I wasn't able to get him out. And it was an experience. It wasn't that it was a frightening experience, but I had to pull my silver cord, my navel cord, pull myself back down into here. You see, this is what I mean. I had to pull myself back down into here, and then I had to, you know, reintegrate myself back into matter correctly. Yeah, otherwise it was like the part of me, my soul was still not here, because there's a silver cord that you're attached to, you see. That's the word for it at the moment. Silver cord that you're attached to, and that cord, if you don't know what you're doing, you can literally stay out of your body, right? If you don't know what you're doing, and it can be quite not frightening, because we don't like fear, but it can be quite an unusual experience when you're not actually in your body, but you think you are, but you're sat there, but you're not really there yet. Yeah. So these things. So she told me about babushka, and babushka is the great mother. Yeah, it's like babushka means grandmother. In Russian, and she told me that 2 days ago, just 2 days before the actual 31st, which we're going to speak about. So this here is creating pure hydrogen gases. It takes 30 minutes to get this 1.5 litre jar glass full container, and then what it does now, which is amazing, it still starts, even though it's finished, it will sit there now and just keep charging that water with hydrogen. It's amazing where we are headed. See, now if you understand how synchronization works, you will know that we are heading towards a far superior plane of being, is what I am showing you here. That is what is actually happening. It is not what has been said. So then imagine using that on top of you're working with all these plasmas, yeah? And the plasmas, these plasmas, they create a state of perfection within you, right? Now, just want to have a little look at this before we go on to the boards. If you see this here, right? This is from 2000. If you look, it's amazing. I think initially this happened in 2007, right? But it will say lab results showing that cold plasma can stop the growth of cancer cells, having sparked hope that it could one day be used to treat the disease in humans by scientists, so on and so forth. Right? Plasma is an ionized gas. Gases that carries an electric charge. So they're going to say this in a way where they don't understand it, etc. Carry electric charge after losing some of its electrons by heat via an electromagnetic field. Yeah, in the thermal plasma, such as that found on the surface of the sun or in the wielding torch, the majority of these particles are ionized. Temperatures can reach dangerous levels. In cold plasma, by contrast, so so on and so forth. We'll come down from there to the interesting bits. In 2007, scientists found that the plasma could be used to kill melanoma cells, and since then, a number of studies have explored its application in other types of cancer, such as brain, breast, lung, and cervical. Yeah, now the breast is going to be the breast is where the emotions, it's an emotional receiver, as well as being able to selectively. You see this word selectively. This selects. This is what this does. Selects. It goes in and it selects the issue and it gets rid of it. That's what it does, and that's why hydrogen is happiness. That's why hydrogen is a blue element. The blue element is coming from the heavens. This light of the sun is coagulating. It is a light that is coagulating, yeah, and its interaction, because it contains pure fields, it interacts with the luminaries. Each luminary interacts with the sun. In some mycology, the sun always sits in the middle, and it interacts with the others, with the Jupiters, with the Saturns, with the so on. So it interacts with them, yeah, to create, yeah, to bring forth, yeah. That's how it works, right? So if we come down here, so we say it kills cancer, right? How and why it can do this remains not fully understood by them. It could, however, have something to do with the properties of the plasma ions, electrons, and other molecules, collectively known as species, yeah, which interact with the cancer cell membrane or other molecules in the cancer cells. Member species of a reaction oxygen species. Plasma can create a cocktail of reactive species such as electrons, ions, and radicals, besides neutral gas molecules, which make it useful for various applications. Right. Yeah, reactive oxygen and nitrogen species produced by, you see, also, it's oxygen and nitrogen. It's a combination of oxygen and nitrogen which creates a blue sky. Blue again. Yeah, reactive oxygen and nitrogen species produced by using cold plasmas are thought to be responsible for biological effects to cells and are important for cancer treatment, she said. Right. Cancer cells have high levels of reactive oxygen species as opposed to normal cells. So when they are attacked by plasma's additional reactive oxygen species, they suffer intolerable stress, which causes cell death. Yeah. Now if that there, right? Now this here, I'm not going to go into these too much because we can look at them. You know, I can share them if anybody needs to know anything, and so on and so forth. This here was an experimentation to show you how this RF frequency, RF band radiation frequency, right? Which is RF coming with the with the wave, yeah. They're using certain band waves to do this, but it's RF, right? You see, they say here, everything I've been teaching you is here. While most studies have shown no effects of RF radiation on Ross formation, some studies have recently reported that RF radiation emitted from mobile phones could promote. Yeah, you see, this is how they're going to kill people, you see. Because they act like they're stupid. They're acting like they don't know. And it's too... the knowledge isn't there for them yet. Well, the knowledge is right here. I have it. I'm practicing it. I'm doing it. I can tell you now. This how it is. This hydroxyl radical here gets eliminated by this. This eliminates this hydroxyl radical. Yeah. You've just seen this Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, which is a byproduct of the ROS... Yeah, they are eliminating it right now. Yeah, they are eliminating it right. This Keshe Foundation is eliminating. They are working with governments in China right now. Yeah, where they are using it on epilepsy, people with the ailments of epilepsy and Parkinson's, and they are curing them in days. There was a guy who hadn't hugged his family for 30 years. He was a horrible man. He had no emotions at all, just negative emotions. They gave him the plasma and it changed him instantly. And it's changing they're having phenomenal results. And then people are looking at the medication and think, is it the medication that was making me... Because all of a sudden, they just feel so good. They feel so good and so alive that the illness just goes. That's how simple our mother is. You see? So this wave that I'm speaking about, this RF radiation wave, yeah, is connected to this ROS, yeah? Now, these cold elements are working with a far superior energy. I hope you can understand this a little bit more, which is magnetodielectric. It's a far superior force, yeah. And the electric wave, it's only electrical wave pulse. It is mimicking your true causal pulse. That true causal pulse is aligned with your emotion. Once you're in this higher state of emotional charge, nothing can touch you because that is where you already reside. That is what your field is already doing. That is how you are. So your magnetism now expands. Your field expands. It expands. This is trying to manipulate your field. How can you manipulate something? You can't manipulate the original creating force. If you are born of the original force and you are a copy and you are simply a byproduct of that force, you cannot replicate the original force and overtake it. It is not possible. That is how it is done through the emotional body, through you accessing your emotional bodies and your higher bodies, yeah, through this plasma, and through these charging mechanisms that we have now, yeah, you access, you transmute your state of being from earth to fire to ether, from earth to water first to fire to ether. That brings us on to this. Now, the other day, yeah, you had the 31st, right? So you had the 31st, which is 4, right? It's all deliberate. And on that 31st, you have the Samhain, yeah? On that 31st. So the research, so we know that you will have heard before, it's the veils of infinite, spirit and matter, so on and so forth. What's actually happening is You see, we're in Scorpio, right? Now, Scorpio, yeah? Scorpio, yeah, is a water sign, yeah, which is backed up by Mars, which is fire. So you see what happens is Mars is 9, and Mars is 9, and it sits inside of your root, yeah, yeah. It's superior energy once it is aligned correctly, yeah, once it's aligned with spirit correctly. Now, the water, Scorpio is water. You see, Scorpio is a bit like myself. They are loyal, yeah, but you have to be truthful and honest with them. If you're not, then they're gonna sting you. They're not gonna, if they feel that you're not authentic like that, they're not gonna work with you, right? But they get things done, like the Aryan, like the Aries. There's a fire, there's a fire in there, so they get things done. But it resides within your sexual organs, yeah. So you see here, what happened is Scorpio is at the point where you see Sam is the sun. So in Old Irish and Gaelic, Sam means son, yeah, and in Hebrew, yeah, Shamas, Sam's son equates to son. So Samhain is connected to the sun dying. The sun is dying now. We are moving towards the death of the sun. So now you are here in your sexual regions now. After that, you're going down towards your heel, towards hell, towards Capricorn. That is what is actually happening, yeah? So then the dates of that is 21 to 23, which are nice numbers, right? So what is happening here? What have we got going on? So we have your fire and water, masculine and feminine together, combined, but we have 4 and 9, but they will give us masculine and feminine together, coming together. That will give us the 6. That 6 also, what that 6 does, that 6, yeah, it gives us sex. And then that sex, that very, very same sex, yeah, is then going to give us 66. 66, I promise you to see some of what happens. Our mother Magna Matter, she's doing it, yeah. She does it as Lilith sometimes as well. Sometimes she does it as the crone, yeah. But sometimes they do it as well because he's standing in her light, so they have to use her energy. They have to use your energy to steal your energy to do it. So look at what they're doing here. They're going to use these two here. I could go into deeper. I haven't looked at the film yet, and I could break a lot more down for you. You see the car here? Look, see where it says 21? See? 21. You see? 21 today, which is 12. But that is 3. Yeah? This is born out of the 3. Who's the 3? The triple goddess, the maiden mother crone. Yeah? The crone is where you are right now. This moment in time, you are with the crone, which is destruction, decay. You're in the dead season. Yeah? You're in the dead season. So that is where what is actually happening. You see, and the sun, the light of that sun, you see the sun penetrates the masculine sun. He comes down and he penetrates your mother matter. So in order to bring forth this oxygen 9, to bring forth this light, see that interaction of sex takes place. But what is happening here now is that sun is dying. That sun is dying, and then now we are working with the crone. You're going to be working mostly with the moon more now, and as that sun dies out, you see, you head into that reflective, cold sort of season. So now you see what happens is now you are moving towards your shadow aspects. You need to work towards your shadow, and you need to start being able to go. We're going to start to go within towards the subconscious, yeah, which is a still waters, yeah, to get a deeper perspective on where we are, and then by doing, and then in this moment, because that sun is dying in this moment, the matter and the spirit and matter, they come together, yeah, in that moment there to unite, yeah, as they come together in that moment to unite, yeah, this is when the merging starts to take place. But it's more powerful at this moment because we are experiencing a more collective merging. And you see, look at that, is why they're dropping that. Look at that. On the 15th of November, which is 6, yeah, and then we got 66. What would that give you? 60. That's 666. That's 666. But this is sex. Le Mans. L is 12. L is 3. Is 12, which is the 3. There's no messing about here. And that is, you see that, and I told you there is the 21. Yeah. So they're telling you, yeah, it is all happening. But at the same time, whilst that is going on, yeah, whilst that is there here, you can see it will say here in the villa, there, in the villa of Ormen. This is from David Bowie. It's a David Bowie song. In the villa of Ormen, stands a solitary candle, in the centre of it all. In the centre of it all is your eyes. In the centre of it all, you see, standing in the very centre of it all, yeah, this is the centre of it all, is the candle here. And in the Yule, you see the 21, again, see, they're telling you 21, 21, 12, 21. They told you in the film, in the centre of it all is this candle that's lit in the centre of it all. And they will light this Yule candle, this phallic, for 12 days, which is that light, that penetrative light of your Father, which is the 9. The 9 is created by the light. It is created by the light that is coagulating from the heavens, which is coming from our Father. He penetrates our mother, and she is matter. And she is matter, yeah, and she is here. She is this 4 here, the V, yeah, and that is her master number, which is 22. Right, and then that is what happens on that 31st. You see, the 4 and the 9 comes together. So they're telling you to go out. Oh my God, the spirit and the people are going out. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. In reality, you should be virtuous. You should be very, very virtuous in that particular moment. You should be working with your VIRs, yeah. Because if you are virtuous in that moment, spirit will recognize you. You see, and then you can bring soul. This is where we have to bring the soul in these moments, in the darker moments. We are nourished by the soul. You see, the harvests are waning now. Yeah? And the triple goddess represents the movement of the moon, the waxing, the full moon, and the waning. Yeah? That is what is happening. And the crone, she represents the decay, the babushka, you see. And she told me this a few days ago. She represents the decay, the destructive side. She represents the Lilith, yeah. And that is that moment that we are in now. And what is actually happening here, you see, on here is I work with these, yeah, these points, and what they are is they're 90-degree angles, yeah. They're 90-degree angles. I should have shown this on the last video that I did. Yeah, these 90-degree angles. What I will do now is, because I have a lot of stuff on here, I'm going to show you these 90-degree angles. There they are. I meant to show it last one. See this here. So this here, we can work. When we work with lunar mansions, we create talismans. See, these talismans are alive, yeah? We can create magic, and through that magic, we can draw riches to ourselves, and you can destroy your enemies, and you can do all these things. No joke, it's real. So there, the 144, yeah, 144 here, right? I have that. I see. In actual fact, I took a picture of it. I'm going to share it. I'm going to do a post of it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of cars. Like always seeing these anyway, with the 9s, the 270s, the 144s. Seeing them massively now, because you see, this is what is happening. It's all happening on these 90-degree angles. 360. It's always, there's 108 there. 144, 180, 216, 252, 270. Yeah, this is your equinox points. 270 versus your 90. Yeah, autumnal versus vernal. Yeah, Ostara. This is how it works. And what is happening is that it is being worked with, but we are not being told that it's being worked with by the occultists. But what it is this. These I have this knowledge here, right? I want to show you this, right? I have this knowledge here, right? These from my occult library, yeah. I have a lot of knowledge written by Masons and written by real big occultists, yeah. And this has been hidden, but we have run out of time because time is now diminishing. So it is now time for the light to be given out to those who are able to receive it. Yeah, to those who are gifted enough and are able to receive this light. So you see here the Empress. Remember I said about the crone, the mother, the maiden, and the triple goddess, which is the maiden, mother, and crone. Yeah. So the maiden, mother, and crone, you see here, right? The third letter, and you see Gimel, you see we're working with the Hebrew alphabet. Guess what? The Hebrew alphabet has got 22. Number is 22. Always going to be 22. All of this that I speak about here, is already encoded within the fabric of the reality for those who have the light in order to access it. Yeah. So you see, Gimel is I did it on another presentation, showing you that the G and the 7 are the same. Yeah. So the G and the 7 were the same. So the 3 was Gamma. Yeah. The 7 was Gaia. Yeah. So that is the way that it's working. You see, the Earth, also in occult numerology, comes out at 7, and then we had Gamma and Gaia was the 3. That's how we had it. Occult numerology is showing the truth blatantly. There is no getting away from it, which is why water and urine equate to 4, and this is why inertia, which is this earth, which is rest, stillness, matter, terra firma, also equates to 4. And hydrogen promotes rest, and it promotes homeostasis also. Right, so let's just read this. The hieroglyph meaning of this letter is the throat. Massive. So what is coming from your charged implosion, comes from your heart, and that is working. So you're working with your 12 and your 7. P for light. That light, the P for light that comes out, is emanating from the feelings that are coming from the pulse perturbation of your heart. So this is why you speak sweet tones. Those sweet tones are passed to others, and then you release their magnetism as well, and that releases their flow, releases their stagnation, and then their magnetism also increases. Also, they are now able to access their magic and pull light in too. The hieroglyph meaning of this third letter is the throat. Hence it signifies all that encompasses, all that is hollow, a canal, an enclosure. The throat is a spot where the words conceived in the brain are formed. Right. It is a symbol of the material envelope of spiritual forms of organic generation under all its forms. Right. Generation is the mystery by which the spirit unites itself to matter. Generation is the mystery by which the spirit unites itself to matter, by which the divine becomes human. This symbol therefore signifies ideas of generation, of embodiment in all of the worlds. Right. The human being becomes a corporal in the womb of a woman. The woman is represented with wings in the center of a radiating sun. Yeah. This represents the idea of spirituality, of the vivid principle of all beings. She holds an eagle in her right hand. Yeah. The right is the eye, it's the light, it's the night. The symbol of the soul of life. In the left hand she bears a scepter. The scepter is in the left hand to indicate, so this is the P and the R's are working with here now. The scepter is in the left hand to indicate the passive influence within which nature or the woman exercises in the generation of beings. This is the passiveness that we must require, this stillness. She is crowned with 9 stars while the moon is placed under her feet. Yeah, which is the movement here. See, we're working with the moon, which is the maiden, mother, and the crone. Yeah. So, in the left hand is the scepter she bears. The scepter is in the left hand, indicates the plus to soul. She is crowned with the 9. Right. The stars refer to the 9 months of gestation. Right. Now, this age urine is 9. I'm going to show something massive with the urine. In actual fact, I excrete 9. I'm going to show that. Right, all the time, almost every time actually, as long as it's a full excretion. Once you create this plasmatic, highly communicative, clear state within you, your waters increase, and that is how she speaks to you. That is how our mother speaks to you, right? And then that waters, they increase, and those waters are so energetic when you drink them. You're telling your subconscious that you are full of abundance, and then you are manifesting that into your reality. The moon under the feet indicates that the waters of the moon under the feet indicates that the waters of gestation, sometimes referred to as the river of life, are under full or absolute control. See? So you see, the water, you have to gain control of your waters. Urea, if I put urea on here, you will see urea is 9 in occult numerology. And to get urea is the same, the urea is the same way you are born here. It's the interaction, between the nitrogen, the carbon, the oxygen, and the hydrogen gives birth to the urea. That's how the urea comes about. You're talking about gases, is what you're talking about. That is how it works. Right. Now, we're not finished. Right. Are under full absolute control. The eagle, astrologically, belongs in the sign Scorpio, which is the sex organs. Therefore, it will be seen that the nature of the card is constantly referring to that meaning. Now, the eagle you see, we're in Scorpio. Now, the eagle is a symbol of Scorpio. Yep. It's a symbol of the Scorpio. Right? Now, the eagle itself, right? The eagle has beauty and grace. Yeah. Beauty and grace. I've shared this before. I've done this quite a bit. It's very interesting actually. Right. As with most birds of prey, you see that it's a beauty and grace. It's fitting its status as a national emblem, right? You find it on flags. I think the Mexican flag, they have the serpent actually. The serpent and the eagle, which is, in actual fact, that is the 12 and the 7, which is very powerful. It's the 3 and the 7 again that I was just talking about. The 3 and the 7 gives birth to life. Because you see, even the movement on the dial and the 12, and the 12, what happens is it's split into 4 corners, into 4. It's split into 4, and what happens is you are getting 3 zodiac signs inside of each 4, which is that there is giving you a 7. 3 and the 4. Right. So as with most birds of prey, the female eagle is the larger. The feminine is the larger. Larger than the male. They weigh an average of 12 pounds with a wingspan up to 7 feet. There's your 3 and your 7 again. Up to 7 feet. I'm going to show you this 3 and 7 in something you're going to... Well, hopefully it will show it. I went seeing something. I'm going to be showing some videos in a minute of breaking down those in a minute as well. And there's a door that they go into. And it creates that, but you'll see it. Right. Which is the 7. And the body length is nearly 3 feet. So you have 12. The eagle is 12, 7, and 3. Its attributes, its body is like... That's its body. That is our mother. That is Aurora. That's how the mother and father create. So they create and they put the light in it, everything they create, in order for when you are ready to have the level of consciousness to be able to recognize it, so that you can access your own superior light. So that is how it works. The eagle is the chief over all winged creatures. Eagles convey the powers and messages of the spirit. Eagles convey the powers and messages of the spirit. It is man's connection to the divine because it flies higher than any other bird. The eagle brings the message of renewed life because it is associated with the east winds, the direction of spring, dawn, and rebirth. The east winds, So it's with the vernal equinox. It's associated with Aries, which is associated with fire. Inspirational fires is what is associated with. And that is how it works. So a Scorpio, it is in their midlife, later on when they become more spiritual. But why is that happening here now? So that is happening here because you are this is telling you that you are in the time of spirit. You are in a moment where spirit is merging with matter. Look how you can see it now. Look how we can see it. That is what it is saying to us. So in this moment here, if you have your magnetism, you can use it to begin to create magic, is what you can do. You can use it to begin to create magic because that's what it represented. That's what it represented, that particular point. And that is what the eagle represents. The eagle starts off in the east winds. which is Aries, which is in your head, which is why you need to charge your electromagnetic mountain. Yeah, because you see the GANs and the plasmas, then you pull them in, and then you can access through spirit. Then you can begin to access your soul and begin to start to create magic in the moment. Yeah. So the ego astrologically belongs in the sign Scorpio, which is the sex organ. Therefore, it will be seen that the nature of the card is constantly referred to that meaning. Now check this one out. The Daleth, the meaning of the fourth letter Daleth is the womb. It suggests the idea of an object giving. Now, I'm going to say this. This is what I do, right? What I do is this. I intuitively, through the insights, etc., through my soul, right? It comes to me. These charging mechanisms drastically help that, because what's happening is I am not using electricity. I'm using my avatar is tuned in to magnetism. It's tuned into superior. Because remember, I was saying earlier, you see that all of these here, this freak, you see this is it here. All of these here, this is the electromagnetic spectrum, the electromagnetic radiation. You are here. I'm going to do a post to break all this light down and all of this anyway. Right. See the plasma here. Yeah, there's the microwaves there. That's the 5G. The microwaves. It's all one. It is all one and the same. So the electricity is only a drop down. It's a hybrid of the magnetodielectricity. It's a hybrid of the plasma. It's a byproduct of it. So therefore it is born of it. So if you access the creating force, then you don't need to worry about the manipulative thing that was born of it that is only finite anyway. Boom. That is how it works. And I'm telling you that not because I'm telling it you, because I'm experiencing it myself, so I know it. Right. So here, right, is the Daleth is the fourth letter, which is the womb. Look at this card here. You see this card here? Powerful. Right. It suggests the idea of an object giving plentiful nourishment. This type Bohemian Tarot card. And a source of growth. It denotes abundance springing from division. It is the sign of active creation. It is the sign of active creation. Yeah. This symbol, a man sitting in profile, yeah, holds in his right hand. It's always going to be the eye, because the light. It's always the. You see, when we access magnetism, what happens is there has to be a 7 hertz voltage charge in your hippocampus that then connects with her geomagnetics, with the womb. With her womb, it connects with her womb. These Masons here, yeah, this is very old, hundreds of years old. This book, right? They know this, and I'm breaking this open for you so that you know this. Yeah, when you connect with your magnetism, connects with 7 hertz, 7.8, which is infinite light, connects to her frequency. We can check the strength of a magnetic field by its pH. The pH of the age you're in is 9. So what happens is, once you're able to connect to her frequency, then you are able to access superhuman capabilities. That is how it works, right? So, and you do that, and there is a white light. This has all been recorded through EEG machines. Yeah, through what happens is, yeah, Ingo Swan, so on and so forth. Remote viewers can see through your mind. They can see what you are doing, what you've been doing, and tell people about it. And that's what the government does. They use people like myself and others, like yourself as well. You have these powers, yeah, in order to find what they want to find. Yeah, they call them super soldiers. So anyway, and then what happens is there's a white light that is emanating on that right hand side of the brain. Yep. In order for them to access those superhuman capabilities. So this symbol is a man sitting in profile, holding in his hand the right scepter, symbol of generation. Oxygen is gen, and hydrogen means to produce. So hydrogen produces life. Yeah, right. So, and restores life. The man is the bearded and wears a helmet. He's seated upon a cubic stone which bears the figure of an eagle. Now remember I was saying to you, tell you why I was saying this to you is this, right? I already work things out all the time, right? I'm showing you this because you see this VW symbol here. This VW symbol equates to 9. Yeah?